time. He was Drake of that time.
Nobody's Drake.
He was worldwide superstar of that time.
Yeah, he was.
It's a different game, of course. He was Drake pre-Drake.
Yeah, but Drake is a lot bigger.
50 wasn't
It's
Drake.
a different evolution. He's the evolved version of that.
I'm just, I
But
agree.
he
No, he's
walked
not.
around
He's still
believing
not.
that he walked
He's
around
still
believing
not
that he
Drake.
was bigger than Interscope.
Nobody's Drake
Yes.
because Drake is in the
And
streaming
Interscope-
era, but
and-
without
excuse me, hold on,
streaming,
hold on.
go ahead.
Not
bro.
just
Right. But he walked around believing that he was big
Bigger than the
ass or
system, for
bigger
sure.
than
He
did.
Interscope,
He did.
and that he could throw that weight around. And then they had to remind him, "No, you're not."
True.
Same thing
50 Cent-
happened. Hold on. I'm speaking here. Same thing happened. Drake walked around believing that I am on the level of or bigger than this system here, and they had to remind you that no, you're not. That's all I'm saying.
True. I'm saying that he didn't have a reason not to believe that. He's never seen nobody come before him that was him. 50 had 2 albums that were dominant. 2.
Fam,
This
I'm
nigga
talking about
had
outside of
2
just music.
decades that
Not
were
only the
dominant.
2 albums
Where I
that
was
was dominant,
He had
holding
way
the
more than
music.
But
two
his artist was
albums.
dominant. Hold on. The niggas that was on
Decade
Gina
and a
was
half.
dominant at the time
He
too.
had
Like,
way
they
more than
wasn't.
just 2 albums.
I said 2 albums that were dominant. Was the sentence that I said?
I'm not talking just music.
It's my turn to talk. Yo, this boy had 2 decades of holding the music industry on his fucking shoulders.
One and some change,
He's
but
not.
Yeah,
He's not 50 Cent.
The point stands. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, Drake has never seen somebody come before him that was him. Not Jay-Z, not Eminem, not none of them have been him.
hold up,
So for him to say that, so for him to think that he's in a class all of his own, even though he's mistaken, he had a right
You don't
to
think
feel
M had?
that.
You don't think M had an impact like that?
He never run like Drake.
Not a
I said
run.
Just
Impact.
raw numbers.
Impact and run.
But I think
We're talking
you talking about
and
numbers.
no.
I think you talking
Yes
about the
and no.
numbers.
I think that.
We're talking numbers and we're putting
I'm a-
Eminem in that.
Exactly.
If you talk about echelon, but I'm saying Drake
numbers,
is different.
If you talking numbers, you put Eminem in that category.
Yes.
I don't think that everybody in the world felt Eminem the same way the masses felt Drake.
And I want to stick
think
up.
we all- I think the world felt 50 on that
and I
level.
want to stick up for M a little bit. M is a student of hip hop.
True.
Yes.
No matter how big M was or is, he was never going to say anything to Tretch.
Yeah, true.
Or Redman
True.
or
True.
Kane.
True.
Man, not just that.
Even if he went home and felt like
No,
it's
dog.
dip on
He-
my chip, he would
True.
never present.
He would
like
do the
that.
opposite.
He would do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Right.
worships them niggas.
Yeah, he-
Anytime he get in front of a camera,
So
that
I
nigga
don't
brings
think.
up.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair. I don't
What
think it's fair to bring him up.
This,
there.
this is what I think happened with Drake, and this happened around 2016 when they decided that we were going to make the entire world move from all digital, all everything to strictly streaming. We needed a face. He was the face. We put everything behind him. I mean, granted, he was a star before that. I'm not saying that, but now we're basically using you to shift the entire industry.
He didn't see the play.
And exactly,
He just
he
didn't
did
see
not
the play.
see the play and
How
understand.
would you?
Because
I'm not saying that he was supposed to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not defending
Because
that.
if you give a person, you say this, if you give a person the ability to feed you, give them, they were the reason why you did this.
You don't think that though.
That's where the naivety comes into play.
It's like
You didn't do this. They did this.
it's a joint effort.
He doesn't think that.
He don't
He
think
definitely
that.
does not.
And he
It's a
moved
joint
as
effort.
if he didn't think that.
It's a joint effort.
So now they have to
He's learned
remind
it now.
you he's learned it.
Today he's learned it.
That's it. And
Today
this is
he's learned
also, this ain't just a message for Drake.
I don't think
This
he
is for
learned it today.
anybody else too.
What?
I don't
know.
think, I don't think he learned it today.
Expound.
I think that Drake feels like they suppressing my shit, and that's the only reason my shit not going. I think that Drake feels like, yo, if I had a fair, even field to play on, my shit would go. They suppressing it.
You never had a fair, even field to play on.
If he's saying that, then in my opinion, he's learned it. Because dude with the dip on his chip didn't think there was a way to ever suppress me
My
'cause
shit.
I'm me.
True. No,
So if today he's realizing some of the things that a lesser artists have realized, which is a lot of it is them, how the spins and the videos and the people in every city
and
working my
everybody in
records
every city, every
Yeah,
major
they-
city in the country is playing your shit the second that it drops.
and that's why not to speed up, because we can finish. Well, this is the end of the shit. This is the end of my fucking notes. But the day after, or the same night even, Drake announces February 14th, Valentine's Day Friday. Hey, ladies out there, it's still Valentine's Day, not Valentine's weekend. Even though Tank and Trey Songz and Fantasia's performing in Atlantic City on Saturday, the 15th.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to make it a double header.
Side Chick Day.
That's Side Chick Day.
That ain't bad.
That ain't a bad
I might
show,
bring my
neither.
girl,
Yeah, bad
girl
show.
and my son. Yeah, bring both of them, make them get along for a little tank. He announced that project. I'm excited about it. If I'm not excited about it, it's an automatic cop for me. I'm a Party Next Door fan. I'm a Drake fan with the melodies. Give it to me. It's either the greatest chess move ever or another
worst.
big mistake.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask y'all what y'all thought.
I'm worried about it.
I'm definitely worried.
I'm worried because if it isn't great or doesn't do numbers, it's gonna look really fucking bad.
That's where I'm at.
I
I'm
think
at
it's a bad move, period.
what? Maybe not.
I don't think the
If the
quality.
shit is banging, then
I
Like
don't
there's
think-
some people that
I don't
could.
think it matters.
There's some
Quality
people
don't
that
matter.
I don't think the quality matters.
There's some
does.
people that think that every move that he does now or has done is bad. There's some people that could say that Australian tour while all of this bullshit is going on in America is a great idea.
Great for who though?
For him, for his
him.
mental health.
For his ego and his mental health.
Well, no, in Australia, that's a packed house over there.
Yeah.
Which
I
means-
haven't been here in
which
10
means
years.
I'm him.
I'm gonna pack it over here.
Well, great. Then let me reap some of the benefits of colonizing sounds. If my run is done here, I'm moving over here.
I'm not mad
Absolutely.
at that. I'm not mad
That's
at
what I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah.
Right? So now with this move, this is my only thing with this move. With what I saw at the Grammys, this ain't a universal release. This is not universal.
I want
And
to see how it's dropping.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Party
From
usually
what I
comes out
saw
under
at the Grammys,
OVO, right? And that's
somebody else. That's
Sony or
Warner, one of them.
Yeah.
So now, this is where I say it may be a mistake. I don't know. That support, so now this is not a Drake party project, even though it is, because Drake is doing little moves to still be present and seen out here while he's going through this bullshit. But if this is a party project with Warner, or put both of them together, it's Warner support.
Well, I looked it up.
And
I'm sorry.
Warner support ain't gonna look like UMG support, and that may not bode well in the midst of this onslaught of the Grammys and the fucking Super Bowl. Even if the music is magnificent, party ain't for everybody. I'm a party fan from day
you know,
one.
I don't.
Party ain't for everybody.
You're not a fan?
No.
I
I'm a
don't
party
feel it
fan
either.
from.
Yeah, he's from way
There's some
back.
people that's with it and some people that's not.
Yeah, I'm one of the not.
I understand. Sometimes I cut on options or some of them classic party shits, and bitches be like, turn shit off. We're not vibing. We're not jamming. If creatively it's an amazing project, how it does while all of this is going on, it could be bad. It could be bad.
I think it's gonna be bad. I'm telling you, dog. I don't care what he puts out.
They might cease and desist that motherfucker.
I don't
Hey,
care
you're-
what he puts out. I just think that right now he has a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Pause. And I think that niggas is not gonna support that project. I just don't think. I think that he's lost the favor of millions and millions of people.
Well,
But fans are fickle too. If you put out one
That's my
slap, they'll
point.
come right back
and it's
around.
not just
Not
that. I
one.
mean,
Not
we saying it's like Spotify just put the numbers out. He's still at the top. He's still doing numbers. So it's not like everybody just are no longer listening to Drake music. He still is number one. He's the first artist in 2025 already to reach, I forget how many billion views, and he ain't dropped shit yet.
One, Drake is still Drake.
Drake is
So
worldwide.
we
Two-
just don't want to make it seem like he ain't him
Two,
still.
all of these albums and streams that you naming are the streams that we invested in and we eating off of. We just not down with new Drake.
Good point.
and yo,
We still want to eat.
internationally,
we
he's
gotta
still
eat.
him.
We gonna eat.
We eating. We working all of this shit. Stream it up. We got to deal with Spotify, with Hanes underwear. We got to deal.
No,
we
you're
gotta run this up.
That makes sense. You're right.
It's the new music that we're like, hey, we out on that.
We got another answer to one of your questions.
Give it to me.
DJ Khaled, this is not my last album. This is my black album, J Voice. Blah, blah, blah. FYI, Drake's back to work, so am I. This is the one with 2 emoji Drakes. Matter of fact, send that record over to Rihanna. I just want to breathe the air that Rihanna breathes. Everything is locked
That's
in.
what he needs. He needs 2 or 3 of those.
Who?
Who?
Drake.
2 or 3 of what?
What? Khaled
The song
records?
with
He needs a smash, like them Khaled smashes. Like, that's what I think he needs. I don't think him and Party get it done. I don't give a fuck how good the project is. I just don't think it's enough to get him back in the good graces of the world.
He performed Circadian Rhythm first night in Australia. So the conversation to be at, I'm with you. But a smash is not just your ability to make one, but who's paying for it. And that's why I brought up Warner support versus UMG support. So let's say he makes it. Who's paying for it right now?
Not just
like
that.
who's pushing this?
Yeah, because
that's the part that he got to get worked out. He could go make a slap. But if Universal and Taylor Swift and Beyonce and Billie Eilish and all of the rest of them is like, we're off it.
Let me ask you, when the last time Drake and Khaled worked?